Welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week, we're talking about... Wicked.
The Wizard to Wicked.
My first joke was going to be that I was going to play a Wicked song. And then I realized very quickly we can't afford that. So I figured me first in the Gimme Gimme's rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, you know.
How's it going?
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's March. March is apparently a wild month, and I'm hanging on by a thread. While I was waiting for you to get on the call, I was falling asleep like a grandpa. So that's where I'm at.
We'll try to keep you awake for this.
Hey, you know what? Let's do what we can. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. We're a little behind the scenes. We're recording this after daylight savings, and time change.
It's like midnight.
Messed me up.
Yeah, maybe that's what I messed up with.
Yeah. I was not ready for it. It snuck up on me, and when I went to bed at like 1 a.m. in the morning, I was like, "Oh no, I'm losing an hour tonight."
Yep. I guess I haven't caught up with it. All right. Well, let's hope we can catch up to... It's not going to happen. Anyway, director, Victor Fleming. Producer, Victor Fleming. Marvin LeRoy. I just know we're going to have some names that are going to just make me so angry. Screenwriter, L. Frank Baum. Noel Langley. Florence Ryerson. Edgar Allan Woolf.
Nice.
What a dork. Anyway, distributor MGM, production company MGM, rated G.
Oh, G.
Oh, G. But at that point, it wouldn't have been rated. Genre, let's just say fantasy musical, because it says kids and family, but I think in the original context, it was just a fantasy musical. Like,
They always add those extra ones nowadays.
Yeah. Original language, English, Mid-Atlantic. Release date, August 25th, 1939. Now, hold on. That is, yes, that is the United States release date. It originally released only in Green Bay.
What?
Yeah, apparently, on August 10th, 1939, and then throughout the United States in August 25th. What a weird thing.
What a world.
What a world. Had a budget. $2,777,000 estimated. Because they didn't have real money back then. It grossed in the US $24 million. Almost 25, and worldwide about 26 million. So by those standards, a success.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you put it in an inflation calculator, it'd be like, oh wow, that did pretty good there. Starring Judy Garland, Frank Morgan, Ray Bolger, Bert Lahr, Jack Haley, Billie Burke, Margaret Hamilton, Charley, Grapewin, and the most culturally insensitive of them all, the Munchkins. They do credit them as the Munchkins.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So
isn't it yeah. We're just call them that.
Yeah, I don't know how to take it, because like Wicked did keep it. It is a character name, but I feel like the issue is how they're portrayed more so than their name.
Okay, I did the inflation.
Oh, okay.
You ready? If in 1939 I purchased an item for 20, this is what the calculator says. So in 1939, 25.63 million. In 2025 today, it would be the equivalent of 585 million.
That's, you know what? So that means it made like $2 billion.
It's no, I mean I took the gross worldwide.
Oh,
worldwide.
That's and what so that number is?
It made half a billion.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking the budget number and it came out to 500 million. I was like, wow, we are in a recession.
No, the budget would have been 63 million today.
Okay, so the only reason that that's wild to me is this is, 10 years since the Depression.
Right.
Like, is this what we really should be spending our money on?
Mm-hmm.
Anywho. I'm so good at these. Now we transition to a segment called Recap Rewind, where we rewind and recap the movie for you. This week, I'm going to give it a shot. Here we go. I already have, the first word is a typo. On the eve of World War II, Hollywood decided to turn a book about self-discovery into propaganda about listening to your elders. We find Dorothy, a seemingly normal, sweet child from Kansas, who lives with her aunt and uncle and 3 male farmhands. Aunt Em and Uncle, who gives a shit, ignore Dorothy with her real concern that some old hag from across the way has somehow gotten the sheriff to sign off on killing Dorothy's dog just because she owns most of the town. The old hag, not Dorothy. But while this is playing out, a tornado hits the town because even 120 years ago, Kansas was a hellhole filled with tornadoes. Dorothy, running back to her house, away from the tornado, is abandoned by her now sheltered family. So she retreats into the house where the tornado whips the house up and sends it to another world. The world of Oz.
Ooh.
No, wait, that's no. There, she finds a town full of small people who are mostly children and little people who were culturally appropriated and treated poorly because it was the 30s. Oh, and she killed the Wicked Witch of the West, who was ruling over the town. Dorothy...
sorry to correct you. Wicked Witch of the East.
Oh, that's right. I don't care.
Go on.
Dorothy is met by some other witch who calls herself good and the other one's ugly. And gives the shoes to Dorothy that were worn by the Wicked Witch that she just killed. The Wicked Witch's sister, the Wicked Witch of the West, because all their names are direction-based in Oz, confronts them, and while she cannot use her magic, she threatens Dorothy and her dog. The Good Witch tells Dorothy to needlessly go to the land of Oz to meet the wizard to go back home. So she follows the yellow brick road and heads off. Emphasis on needlessly. She then meets 3 men, the Scarecrow, who is missing a brain, a Tin Man, who is missing a heart, and a lion, who whose only problem is that he's in a forest and not the African plains, but he's also missing courage. They also look suspiciously like the 3 male farmhands. They all decide to join her on her journey and make it to Oz, which is just a city full of crackheads on speed. Once they get cleaned up by the Ozians, they meet the wizard, who is a big fiery head. He tells them, wow, hold on. I gotta zoom in a little. My old man eyes are wearing out on me.
Gotta get you some reading glasses over here. I do.
You know what? The last time I went to the optometrist, they were like, "Do you want progressive lenses?" And I was like lenses that vote for like universal health care? What does that mean? And then she was like, no. It has the like the reading glasses portion built in. And I was like, I don't want to throw up every day. So I'm gonna pass.
I had those when I was young. Anyway,
Grandma. He tells them that if they want their stuff, they must truly find the meaning of friendship. Psych! He hires her to kill someone. You thought this was a movie about discovery? Hell no. It's a contract kill. And contract kill they do. They kill the witch by the only thing that really hurts witches. Water. Which apparently the witch just keeps buckets of murder weapons all over her place. They take the broom back and discover that Big Head is just a big fat liar. And so they take
Paul Giamatti.
Shoot, missed a chance there. Dang. Oh,
I made him lose his spot.
No, you didn't make me lose my spot. I'm reading this sentence and it doesn't. And so they take his for it and find that. And he tells them that all the things that they need. Oh, geez, what did I write? I will read it verbatim, and here you go. And so they take his for it and find that they all had the things they thought were missing. The last part makes sense. The first, I don't know what the first part is.
Did your dog write this for you?
She wasn't drunk. Anyway. He tells them that they had the things that they were missing the whole time. But once Dorothy tells him that he wants to go home, he decides to take her back himself, which is also not creepy. And as they're about to take off in his hot air balloon, Dorothy's dog runs away to chase a cat. How convenient. And Dorothy chases after the dog. The hot air balloon gets untied, and the wizard floats away, possibly into space. Possibly into the sun. No one will ever know. But we can all hope. She then finds out from the good witch that she had the power to go home the whole time. Needlessly. And all she had... So she committed murder for no reason. Mm-hmm. She then clicks her heels and she's home. And now everyone checks in on her, including the farmhands. And Dorothy reveals that she had a dream, and all the men were in the dream, but not her family. So that's kind of weird. Moral of the story, if you commit murder, go home. Even if that home is sorely abusive and possibly filled with a gang of predators. This movie is so weird.
Just because they're farmhands doesn't mean they're predators.
You're absolutely right. But they give no evidence to the contrary. Like when she says, I had this dream in this place, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there. And all the guys are like, ha 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 ha. Like that's legitimately their laugh. And I'm like, what was the direction on here? So, what'd you think of the movie?
It's weird. It's been such a long time since I've seen this movie.
Agreed. Or samesies.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't remember the last time I watched it.
I'll tell you what, that first like 10 minutes, flabbergasted. I apparently had no recollection of any of that ever happening.
Yeah.
Because it was legitimately like the first time I had ever watched it. I was just like, what the hell is happening?
Like so basically everything tornado.
Pre-tornado, I had no recollection of whatsoever.
For some reason, I have the memory of her falling into the pig pen and the guy saving her, but like not much else other than that.
Yeah. Like the farmhands not convincingly sly, saying all the things that their characters' major arcs are going to be.
Yeah. I never knew that they were just so on the nose with like.
I didn't remember that at all. So when they were saying those lines, I was like, why are they doing that?
Because it's foreshadowing.
Is that how you foreshadow?
The one thing that I thought was interesting, though, is the guy who's the lion specifically says something about courage. The guy who's the scarecrow specifically says something about needing a brain or being smart or whatever. The guy who's the Tin Man says, to my knowledge, I don't remember him saying anything about having a heart. He says, one day there's going to be a statue of me around here.
Right. He doesn't mention the heart.
He doesn't make a direct connection. The thing that he references is the fact that he's frozen in the woods as a statue.
They could have easily just made him kind of mean.
Yeah, and Dorothy could have been like, you need a heart or something.
And he's like, who needs a heart? Whatever mid-Atlantic sounds like.
Also,
yeah,
something else I never noticed before until this time.
That her parental figures are awful.
I kind of like how just like whatever Uncle Henry is.
He's kind of funny.
He's kind of funny.
I give him a bit of credit in that, because when Dorothy like runs off and calls the lady a witch, he just kind of like
yeah.
He laughs, and then when she makes eye contact, he's just like, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
Yeah. The faces, he makes very subtle faces, and it's great when the lady shows up and she's like, what'd she say? That they bit me. And he says, Dorothy?
Oh, yeah.
Or it was something of like
he said something about like, is Dorothy there? And then something about the dog, and then the lady goes, she bit me. And then he goes, the dog? Dorothy bit the dog?
Yeah.
It was something like that.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was like this really funny, like him just being like, oh, wait, Dorothy bit the dog?
That was genuinely a wonderful. Oh, there we go. So, well, howdy, Miss Gulch. I want to see you and your wife right away about Dorothy. Dorothy? Well, what has Dorothy done? What has she done? I'm all but lame from the bite out of my leg. You mean she bit you? No, her dog. Oh, she bit her dog, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Like it was really good. It's vaudevillian in its timing.
Yeah. And then there's something else where I think when she comes inside and takes the dog and walks out, there's another comment that's made. That's just this silly little thing. And then Uncle Henry just kind of chuckles to himself and shakes his head.
Yeah, it was the witch comment.
Yeah, that's right. But that's not, I like that part. That's what I was going to say is when they get to Oz,
yes,
they're met by a guard at the door or at the gate who
at
says,
Oz.
you can't come in.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, at Oz.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you can't come in here. And then he finally lets him in. And then they're met by a stagecoach. And the guy gets them on the stagecoach and drops them off somewhere else. And then they get their makeovers and everything. And then they go to the entrance to the castle.
Uh-huh.
And they're met by another guard who's like, he's busy. He can't see you. Those are all the wizard. Every guard.
That's what I thought.
That stops them from going to see the wizard is the wizard.
That's what I thought.
Just with different makeup and like different hats and different outfits.
Okay. I wasn't crazy.
No.
I thought that was him. Like, I really thought that was him. For whatever reason, there was a little bit of me who was like, nah, maybe it's just a guy who, like, kind of looks like him. But no, It was him.
I feel like when I was younger, I was probably like, oh, those guys look familiar. All the guards look the same. But I never put it together that the guards are the wizard. And he's just doing layers of preventing them from coming. And then because he has a little bit of a heart, he's like, well, I guess I'll let him go through this to get closer. But eventually I'm just going to shut him down. But yeah, it's...
Wait, that makes him more of a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's the
worst. Even in this movie, he is terrible.
Yeah. But the way he talks once they like reveal behind the curtain,
he's so full of crap.
Jeff Goldblum was the perfect choice.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Jeffy Golds, as I like to call him, as we call him in the biz. He's perfect. And then, yeah, you're right. Watching it again, it was like, I see why they gave him this role.
It makes sense. When at first I was like, okay,
he's not
like
as,
Jeff Goldblum
he's not as
is in his renaissance right now, but I don't get it. And now seeing it, it's like, oh, nope, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like there was a bit where I was like, man, Jeff. It was originally like, oh man, he's a little much for this character, you know. His and his little that's me moving my fingers like a fly because that's what Jeff Goldblum does because he never escaped the role. But yeah, watching this movie now, it's like, oh, the wizard is truly a weird ass character. Like he's so weird.
Frank Morgan, the actor, did that same type of like he did the same like kind of cadence and pausing and it was really interesting. I found that really funny. But yeah, it's I think there's some charm from it that definitely holds up.
I think if you were to watch this movie solely under the context of, like, if you were taking a film class and like a film production class,
right?
And they gave you legitimately, hey, here are the tools they use to make this happen. Could you do the same? You would immediately be like, wow, that is quite amazing.
Yeah, from a production, I had a moment when she walks to Oz. Could you imagine what it was like in 1939 to be sitting in a theater and all of a sudden it becomes color?
Right.
Like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Now it's just like cool transition.
I watched this with Ray.
And
within a few minutes, she was like, is this whole movie going to look like this? I was like, just wait for it. It'll. And then when it turned to color, she was like, wow. And even like, so let's talk about some of the production stuff that is arguably very fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost, set design. Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
1939. All these sets are made by hand.
Mm-hmm.
The art direction, the background that they're able to build from it.
Mm-hmm.
Massive sets.
Huge.
Massive sets.
Yeah.
And they nailed it. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I feel like maybe people wouldn't think about. The VFX. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good. They were doing a lot with projection.
Yeah, a lot of projection.
And they did it in such a clever way. So the tornado,
Mm-hmm.
Judy Garland is in the room, and then on the outside of the window, they're projecting everything that's happening. And they did an excellent job with the with the crossfading. I imagine they probably had like a mirror or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they're filming Gulch on the bike,
Yeah.
there's probably like a slide that then transitions it to the film of
On the broom. Yeah.
on the broom. Like they were I don't know if they were all the way, but they were kind of inventing a lot of what became standard video production
Mm-hmm.
for the next like 20, 30 years.
Yeah. Well, I was even thinking the sets that they have.
Yes.
They had these huge backdrops which were painted by hand
Yeah.
of the world, and then they had the ground and all the set decoration and everything.
Right.
And so they kind of, you could still see where the seam was, but
Right.
it almost made it seamless.
Yeah.
And
For the time it would have been.
yes. And that is, they're doing that today with the volume, which is the room that they film like Mandalorian in, that they created for that. That is the giant screen that projects a background. It's not even projecting. It's a giant screen with imagery on it.
Right.
And like
I see what you're saying.
Mandalorian,
Yeah.
a lot of things are filmed like that, where they have the room, they have the practical things that are in there, but then there is a seam of where it turns from the ground that they're standing on to the background. That's just a high-tech version
Of what they were already doing. Yeah.
this thing that they were doing in the 30s. And that I like, when I had that realization, I was like, wow, that's like, I knew that was a thing that people have done, but there's something about watching this that I was just like, that's crazy. That's crazy to see that we're basically doing the same thing, but just in a more high-tech way.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. There were a lot of really good practical effects and usage of like trap doors
Lots. Yeah.
that were pretty impressive. That like the fire when the witch first shows up, she's definitely coming up from the ground, but there's just this big fire, and then she's there, and it's like, where does she come from? When she is melting, she's just slowly sinking into the floor there. And then when the scarecrow, which this one was actually a little bit disturbing to see it.
They did it a couple times.
But when the scarecrow is laying on the ground after the flying monkeys have torn him apart, like, I know what they did,
Right.
but they did it in such a way that it was like, yeah, they tore that guy apart.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that so that one, and then when they're when they're in the Oz salon,
Mm-hmm.
He's on like a bed, but the bed has a compartment for his body, so his head is the only thing that's there. So they're just doing everything they want to the body, and you're just like,
yeah. I mean, we've seen that effect done not as well in Jumanji.
Yes, that is true.
Not the same style, but the same idea of like someone partially through the floor.
Well, in probably the biggest movies in the last 20 years, they did it in Iron Man.
Oh, when they're doing the chest.
When they're replacing the battery in his chest, it's a false chest, so his body is like down,
sunken under,
which that is the basis of that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Which ultimately it's an illusionist trick.
Mm-hmm.
Illusionists were cutting women in half in boxes for decades by that point.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what the effect is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a false, a false solid ground. You have part of the body out, and then it's just
movie magic.
Movie magic. Houdini built it himself. Actually, I don't know if Houdini was alive at that point. I can't make that. Anyway, yeah. What else?
Oh, I was going to say, I was also really impressed with the makeup.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like, there were some things that didn't work.
Some of the kids look like they did it themselves.
Some of the kids were great. But, like, the scarecrow.
That is really amazing.
The way that they, like, made his face look like it transitioned into that bag so well was really impressive. And there was a couple more of those, like, more major characters. I was like, wow, they put a lot of work into the lion's face and the makeup for the scarecrow. I think the Tin Man was fun to watch. I think he had probably the weakest costuming of them all.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to look at.
Yeah. Oh.
But those flying monkeys were creepy.
Yeah. I'm reading a little bit. I don't know how accurate this is. It's just from a, aggregate site. But they're talking about the makeup on Scarecrow, and I think the top of it was all rubber. So you got to imagine how uncomfortable that was for him. It took a full hour to slowly peel Bolger's makeup off at the end of the day. Ugh. Yuck. Oh, here you go. All told, Bolger required over 100 rubber bags for the Wizard production. Shooting The Wizard of Oz wrapped in 1939, Bolger was permitted to peel the bag off for the final time. It was then that he finally noticed the waffle burlap pattern embedded in his skin.
Oh.
So he apparently a lot of those lines lasted on his face for the rest of his life.
No way.
Yeah. A lot of his skin healed from it, but it says until his death in 1987 at the age of 83, Bolger sported rumpled burlap-like lines on his face.
Wow.
Gosh.
I think that's crazy. I think the witch was allergic to the paint that they were using.
I think I remember that too.
So
that's why she sounded like that.
There's a lot. So a lot of sacrifices these folks made.
Yeah.
So we'll acknowledge that.
I can't imagine. So I honestly can't imagine some of the stuff. With the Tin Man, I always thought it never clicked. His little hat thing is in fact a hat.
Yeah,
he pulls the funnel off. Yeah. But I thought it was like part of his head for a long time.
Yeah, I forgot about I still think of it as part of his head.
Yeah, but it's a hat.
That's funny.
1939. Funnels were in, man. It really is crazy that this came out just a few months before World War II, like, officially began. They had no idea.
That's something else, huh?
Something else, indeed. Speaking of World War II and Nazis, how about that witch? So production, fantastic. Kudos to production.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about acting in a little bit, but this movie is an adaptation of a book.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I think they failed.
Yeah, I do not think it's a faithful adaptation.
And I feel like you can do an adaptation where you respect the message of the book or like the character development, something like Harry Potter is not a tried and true adaptation of the book.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still good movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they still honor the book.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings extended cut. Lord of the Rings trilogy extended cut. A legitimate, fantastic adaptation of the book.
Right.
But it's also like almost step by step the book. When you do the extended,
made some changes, but yeah.
When you do the extended, it's closer. It's as close as it can to the giant books that are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as The Hobbit, where they're just like, let's just make this last part up.
Let's add characters that didn't even exist.
Right. This just feels like it took ideas from the book and then went, let's kind of go our own way with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work. And I think why I think it doesn't work is justified in that I haven't read the book I think I said I never read the book, but I had read it in school, and that was a long time ago.
Right.
But like, it feels like they don't put enough emphasis in the fact that the wizard is a crook. They like lightly infer it.
Yeah.
But they don't really like settle into it of no, this guy sucks. And he's not good. And then further on to that, we're supposed to believe that the Wicked Witch of the East is like awful and subjugating these people. I feel like they don't really say that enough, or it doesn't really feel like that translates. Mm-hmm. So we're starting off with a misunderstanding of why this person was so bad.
Right.
And then the reason I say that is then we have the Wicked Witch of the West coming in, who everyone's afraid of and angry and all that. And it's like, yeah, but you did just kind of kill her sister. Mm-hmm. So like maybe her anger is a little justified.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to? What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess where this fails the most is arguably the characters who are supposed to be good don't really translate as good. Maybe they do for 1939, but they don't. They don't translate as good. And those who are bad, like, they're surface level. It's like she's kind of mean, all of this stuff. But, I mean, I'm not justifying her in any way, shape, or form, but she's going after vengeance. It's not as though she's coming into this with just sheer evil intentions.
Yeah.
It's not like she's coming out of the closet, not the closet, but just like coming out of nowhere, opening the door and going, I'm going to kill you because I am evil. Mm-hmm. It is, our first introduction to her is, you killed my sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you killed my sister and you stole her shoes. Because she's like, at least give me the shoes. And they're like, we can't do that. And that was like the thing that set her off.
Right. Which I know Wicked has its own subplot and B and C story and how it's going. And we've just watched the first part, even though the musical's been out for 20 years.
Well, what's part 2?
But like, Glinda kind of instigates everything.
Mm-hmm.
She is the one who puts the shoes on Dorothy. So she puts a target on Dorothy's back.
Does she? I think I looked away during that moment. Does she actually actively do it?
I think it's inferred that she does. Because well, let's see. Hold on. Dorothy.
Because the feet like shrivel up.
But the shoes disappear.
Where's the shoes?
The shoes disappear, and then mother. Fudge.
Like they kind of fade out, and then the socks roll up.
Here you go. We're gonna do this thing that I still don't know if it's illegal or not. We don't make any money. It's fine.
We're doing this for educational purposes. I think it's fine.
Education.
And commentary. I think if you do education or commentary and you do like 30 seconds, it's fine.
Well, I don't know if we're going to do 30 seconds, but here it is.
I thought you said she was dead.
That was her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. This is the Wicked Witch of the West. She's worse than the other one was.
Who killed my sister? Who killed the Witch of the East? Was it you?
No, it was an accident. I didn't mean to kill anybody.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
Aren't you forgetting the ruby slippers?
The slippers. Yes. The slippers.
Oh, yeah. She's like, aren't you forgetting this thing? And then she goes over to grab them and they disappear.
They're gone. The ruby slippers. What have you done with them? Give them back to me or I'll...
It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay.
I think it's the worst. I think it's to be inferred that she caused it.
Yeah, I concur.
Also, she's awful.
She's like, what about the shoes? And then she's like, oh yeah, the shoes. And then she's like, you can't have them.
Yeah. Made you look. Psych. One of the things that didn't translate because we're an audio medium and no one saw that video. When it's so awful. So when the witch is, maybe she's just cranky. Maybe the Wicked Witch of the West is just cranky. And she's like, hey, who killed my sister? Was it you? And then Dorothy is like, no, it was an accident, which is true. She didn't mean to kill her.
Right.
She had no control over it.
Uh-huh.
The whole time, Glinda is just like,
Yes, it was her.
like kind of maniacally smiling behind her.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, what about your shoes?
It makes you think that maybe she's the one who directed the house to fall.
I don't think that's what happens in Wicked, but
No.
not that Wicked is our end all, but
No.
hashtag,
But yeah, she
hashtag
is,
Team Elphaba.
she she is just kind of
she
like,
feels like she's instigating.
yeah. And the whole time Dorothy is just like, or sorry, Dorothy is there. And she is like, I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know where I am. I'm not a witch. I didn't do anything.
That could have been a great moment for Glinda to be like, she's telling the truth. Can we, she could have diffused the situation. She's a cop.
Yeah.
Wait.
And like,
that's going to make people angry. Or not. I don't care. But
and like, what's the, why can't the witch have the slippers? Okay, the slippers
that's
have
what I'm trying to figure
power,
out.
But also when she's like clicking her heels together and being like, I want to go home, Glinda's behind her with her wand, waving it around. And so if we are taking that the world of Oz is actually happening, then the slippers did nothing other than make the Wicked Witch angry. She says, click the heels together, and she's behind her waving her wand.
Did Glinda force a child, a 16-year-old girl, to go on this adventure, almost die several times, eventually kill Glinda's arch nemesis?
Yeah.
This is a hit movie. This is John Wick of 1939.
She says, you're a witch, or I'm looking for the witch that killed the Witch of the East, and you must be that. And then she says, right, you killed that person. Go to the wizard, and the wizard will take care of you. And then she gets to the wizard, and the wizard says, hey, in order for me to give you what you want, you have to go kill the other witch.
Which is crazy, because
actually, he doesn't say that. He says, bring me
the broom. You don't have to kill her. Just bring me the broom.
But it kind of implies that like the only way to get the broom is probably to kill her.
Probably.
It's
one of those. Hey, Vinny needs to have an accident.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the river.
But let's be honest. The wizard was sending Dorothy to die.
Yeah.
The wizard was not saying, hey, go kill the witch for me. The wizard was saying, hey, go die.
Which, okay. I don't want to get off the Glinda train quite yet, because you said something that really is so manipulative and terrible, that Dorothy, caught up in a tornado, has absolutely no control over her vehicle. That is her house.
Not even a vehicle.
Yeah. And it lands on the Wicked Witch of the East. And this apparently good, true witch comes and immediately is like, you killed her. You killed her. You physically killed someone. And then tries to go like, move on. Like, I can't imagine putting that weight on a 16-year-old.
Is she even 16? I think she's supposed to be 13.
A teenager. She's a teenager. She's a child.
Yeah.
Judy Garland was 16 or 17 at the time of filming. So that's why I'm going off of that. I do believe, I think from the actual book, she was only like 12 or 11. She was like a kid.
Yeah.
Like an adolescent. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm double checking if there's like an actual age. It just says she's a young girl so far.
Yeah.
Continue going. I will fact check.
Then I think Glinda sends her off to her death. Because she says, follow the yellow brick road. And what is the first thing to happen with the scarecrow? Ray pointed this out immediately. She was like, oh no, there's a fork in the road.
Oh yeah.
That was the only instruction she got.
And the yellow brick road goes in 4 directions.
Right. So she could have gone the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of like, well, I wanted you to meet the scarecrow. Now, because I got to stop this. I'm doing this with like Wicked in mind. But we get no extra emphasis in this world building that Glinda is helping Dorothy in any other way. Everything feels happenstance to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, well, it was no accident that you found these people. We don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an accident that she finds these people.
Mm-hmm.
Who they are the ones who ultimately help her on her path. And I just don't understand why we're supposed to think Glinda's good. She even comes out and says like, only bad witches are ugly. Like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, are you a mean girl? Is that what we're doing? Are we doing mean girl stuff? Yeah. She's just not good. Then we have the wizard.
Like 11 or 12 is the
okay. That's what I thought.
The consensus, yeah.
Then we have the wizard who is also
who's a liar and a cheat
in all facets, like in all interpretations. There's no way to interpret his character outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
So he sucks. He's no bueno. The Scarecrow, Lion, and Tin Man are fine. They're just bystanders. Honestly, they're just bystanders who are in a circumstantial situation within the scope of Oz. They don't really make sense in the grand scope of Oz, but they're there.
Yep. And really, it's just like they're told by a 12-year-old, hey, I'm going to go see this wizard. Do you want to come with me? Maybe he'll give you what you need too. And they're like, sure.
Yeah. They got no reason to be, otherwise. And maybe there's a little bit where they're thinking like, why is this kid just roaming through Oz by herself? Maybe I should make sure she's safe. Ultimately, that's how it ends. Like that's their outcome.
Yeah.
Did you catch the part at the end where the wizards? Okay. First, how are we supposed to believe that he is like competently going to get her home when he is such a doof on the air balloon just on its own? Like on takeoff, he's just like, what is happening?
Okay, so he says, did you pay attention to what he said during that?
No.
He's making his big announcement of being like, we're going to go do this and like maybe to the stratosphere. And he says, let me see if I can find the actual quote so that I can say it properly. But essentially he says that it is technically inexplicable or unexplainable. And then as he's flying away, let me find it here. Technically, Nope, of course they don't have the quote on here. So he's making his big thing, and he says, I'm going to go do this thing that's blah, 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 technically unexplainable, and blah, 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 blah. And I caught on to that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then as it's floating away, and she's like, come back. He says, I don't know how this works.
Yes.
So his technically unexplainable is because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Right. Here we go. There's a couple things from this scene that bothered me. Let's see if this has what you're saying.
Yeah.
Confer, converse, and otherwise hobnob with my brother wizards. And I hereby decree that until what time, if any, that I return, the Scarecrow, by virtue of his highly superior brains, shall rule in my state.
I love the Tin Man right here.
The Tin Man, by virtue of his magnificent
He's just
arm,
got this like
Lion,
very
by
sad, like,
virtue
oh
of
my
his
heart.
marriage. Obey them as you would me. Thank you.
Oh, Toto, come back! Toto! Oh, don't go without me. I'll be right with you.
Stop that door! This is a highly irregular procedure. Absolutely unprecedented. Ruined my exit.
Come back!
You ruined my
didn't.
exit.
Yeah.
Please come back!
I can't come back. I don't know how it works.
I can't come back. I don't know how it works. It didn't have the other line before that.
But I think one thing that's really weird, odd, but totally like on par with, I guess, the wizard, is that as he's leaving, he's legitimately like, hey, here are these 4 random guys. They are your new gods.
Yeah. Right. They're going to be ruled by these guys.
Obey them like you would obey me.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. It's just stupid. But I think it just goes to show that he had no concept, no desire to rule per se. There was a grift there. I don't know what the grift was because we didn't have all the context from the book. Because in the book, it is not an Emerald City. It is Emerald City, but it is not Emerald City.
Mm-hmm.
In that the city is not green. But when you enter the city, everyone has to wear green tinted glasses to protect them from the radiance and excellence of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a great way to be like, this is a slum. I keep it a slum because I don't know how to govern. But if you put these glasses on, it looks a little nicer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and the part that you didn't, I found the quote, so I'll read it in a second.
Okay.
But the part that you didn't mention in your recap is that she goes and talks to this guy before the tornado because she's running away to save the dog. She finds this cheat out on the side of the road who's like, oh, I'll read your fortune. Steals her picture from her of her and her aunt. Does not put it back in the basket.
Does not put it back, just sits on it.
He just sits on it and ultimately does convince her to go back home, which is probably for the best, but it's mostly so that she doesn't go with him. But we see from that scene that he was just a liar and like he's a cheapskate. And so then he is the wizard who is also this
liar and
cheapskate. But it doesn't really focus on that. And like he has his line of like, I don't know how it works. Like, but it's done so like nonchalantly, like it just kind of happens. Okay, so this quote is, my friends, this is positively the finest exhibition ever to be shown. Well, that it may be that it as it may, I, your wizard, am about to embark on upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere. And so it's just like he says that, and then his later comment of, I don't know how it works, is just like, oh yeah, you have no idea how you're doing it. You have no idea how you got here.
Right. I do like that the problem with it is none of it connects. That's the problem.
His
Not
entire
a single thing
lore
connects.
dump of like, I'm also from Kansas, and this is my backstory that he just like throws up at the end is like, what? Why is this important? Where is this coming from? This feels like something that they took from the book that is unimportant.
But it connected in some way in the book. But they didn't actually put those contexts into the movie. So
because
now we just have that
real.
random thing. Yeah.
None of it is real. It's all her dream.
Right.
And if she actually went to this land and experienced these things, then all of that makes sense. But ultimately, she gets hit in the head. She passes out, and her brain is dealing with the things that she was just dealing with before she went out, which does make me wonder what happened. Like, where does Glinda come into play? Because everybody else of import in this story is somebody from her life.
Right.
So why is Glinda not a one-for-one individual? Is Glinda her mom?
Dun, dun, dun! But not like, but
I know that's a fun theory there, but we're not.
But also, if it is her mom, by this storytelling in this world, if that is the case, then her mom is not some noble person that just like died or something like that, and this is the memory.
Her mom sucked. Her
mom left, and that's why she lives with her uncle and aunt. That's where I would take that. I feel like Glinda was supposed to be the aunt, but it's a different actor, right?
But it's a different actor, and everybody else is the same. And there's kind of a point, because I was trying to figure this out. You mentioned it of like, how come her direct family isn't in here, but the other people are? And I think it's supposed to be because she's supposed to like miss her family and know that like her aunt who wasn't paying attention to her or was kind of the worst, like still loves her, and that she needs to go back to her. Yeah. And if she had a counterpart in the land of Oz, would she have felt that way? I don't know. I like this thought that maybe Glinda's her mom.
Yeah, and that her brain went back to like, which it's a great theory altogether, because if we're going by the perspective of like, this is in her head, then we can acknowledge that she has a surface level of this woman is beautiful, but then her acts are all deeply manipulative and wrong. And so if her brain got concussed and is now just trying to deal with the trauma of almost getting killed in a tornado and then all the things that have happened in her life, it could make sense that her mother character would have been manifested in Glinda. That's crazy, though. I
Googled it because I was curious. Other people have this theory as well.
Yeah, I imagine we are not the first to.
Imagine if we were.
Then the internet has failed. This movie's been out for damn near 100 years. Someone had to have had it by now. It's over 80 years, so yeah. Like,
but it is an interesting thing of everybody else has a direct connection, not just by the same faces, but the type of person that they represent in her life.
And now peek into that a little more with
Okay.
Glinda's there to like give her the little spiel and then just pats her on her way, sends her off with her adventure with her new family, and then disappears.
All right. So here's
her
my
mom
thought.
is an actor.
Here's
a traveling actor.
My thought is in these other theories that I just did a quick scan through are saying that she is a counterpart of her deceased mom. I think we're onto something here. Everybody else, because of their relationship, her mom abandoned her.
Yeah, if we're going off Glinda's actions, it's abandonment. And then I think this is why I hate her so much in this movie is she comes in at the end and is like, you've always had the ability. It's like the mom comes to visit one time. It's like, oh, you have everything you need. You don't need me. You have everything you need. And disappears again. Or convinces her to stay with her aunt and uncle. She is just raging through trauma.
Yeah, because she's like, I want you to learn something. What's the thing that you learned? And her thing was like, that I should never leave home. Guys.
Whoa.
Mike and I have cracked this. And if this isn't it, this is maybe the best rewrite we've ever done.
Yeah. This is, oh my gosh. Dorothy was abandoned by her mother. Her dad, here we go.
Her dad died.
Her dad died in the Dust Bowl.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense. The timing works out. For this movie, not the book. Not the book. And her mom abandons her and leaves her with her aunt and uncle who just don't, oh my God, they just don't care.
Yep.
And the three farmhands who, bless them, are trying their best. Which all of them feel like they're all like single dudes who just don't know how to handle like being around a kid. Well, didn't one of them, the Scarecrow or something, didn't one of them tell her to punch Gulch?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the advice he gives. It's
I think it's the lion who's like, just get a little courage and punch her or something.
The real life wizard, Professor McGonagall or whatever, Professor Marvel. Is that a thing that happened a lot in the time in the turn of the century?
Yeah, I imagine that was a thing.
Traveling grifters.
Yeah. Oh, totally. There's.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. The flying monkeys, though. What are they representing? What does the witch represent?
Spoopiness. I mean,
poopiness?
No, spoopy.
Oh, it's spoopy.
It's spoopy.
Spoopy.
Okay, so the witch is the person who is.
Oh wait, no, she's Gulch.
She's
Never
Gulch.
mind. She was there.
She wants to take the dog away. She wants to ruin Dorothy's life, and Dorothy didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, Gulch is just like a rich person. Like, this movie talks about classism, abandonment. What is it? What do they call it? Found families, community. And then I was looking at the credits, and the Munchkins are credited as they're a group. I'm not gonna say it, but it's a.
Don't think we're allowed to say that one.
Yeah, it's a word for little people, but it's like the singer Little People, but a word we don't use anymore. And apparently they've done a few movies with that. That's a weird thing to see still. Okay, so all that stuff, acting is weird. Judy Garland's doing, what is it, mid-Atlantic accent. Everyone else is kind of talking normal, though.
I don't know. I guess they
kind of have like a Midwest accent.
In the real world, yeah. They get
well, I mean, they're in character.
Yes. They have, yeah.
Well, the lion is, the biggest carnage.
I found his the thing that we were talking about. Zeke is his name in the real world. He says, "Listen, kid, are you going to let that old gulch heifer try and buffalo ya?" Which buffalo is a word that has fallen out of our terms. But there's a sentence out there in the world that is basically, you can say buffalo, 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 and that is a legit sentence.
Oh.
Do you know about this? We can get into it later.
You'd have
anyway.
to make it make sense, you would have to change the emphasis in the tone, right?
Yeah. I think you would have to be like buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Right. Otherwise, audibly, it makes no sense.
Yes.
But if you add the emphasis, it will make sense. Semantics.
Anyway, so you're not going to try and not going to let her try and buffalo ya. She ain't nothing to be afraid of. Have a little courage. That's all. I'm not afraid of her. Well, the next time she squawks, walk right up to her and spit in her eye. That's what I'd do.
That's assault, Zeke. Speaking of buffalo as like a term that we don't use anymore, speaking on the fact that this movie was made in 1939, 1938, 1939, I just want to make a point that Charley Grapewin, Uncle Henry, was born 4 years after the American Civil War.
Whoa.
That's a weird thing to think about.
Whoa.
So he was born in the mid 1800s.
Whoa.
And we in 2025 watched a movie with him in it where he just kind of like stoically, he's supposed to be acting, but he's just kind of like,
he's just there.
Which is funny because I think in one of the websites they have like his headshot, and even his headshot is just like stoic looking. Yeah.
The photo for
it's like, oh, this is your thing. Oh no, he has a smiling one in Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks nice there.
Wearing the hat?
No.
Oh. Because on IMDb, he's got a bit of a smirk on his face,
and he's in costume there.
Yeah, the one for Auntie M though is like an old painted, or not painted, but it's an old portrait. Yeah. It's crazy.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, that was what it would have. She was born in 1876.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, it's so weird.
Oh, crazy.
Hold on. Okay. She was born 26 years after California became a state.
Sometimes it's a good reminder to know how close to these historical things we actually are.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Here you go. You ready?
Go for it.
The year she was born,
Colorado
officially became a state.
Wow.
Now, note this. At the time she was born, there were only 38 states.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's wild. I know there were a couple states, the bigger, faraway states, that they became states in 1950. This movie came out when there were only 48 states.
Yep. That's true.
Hey, if everything goes a certain way, there'll be 51 soon. Anyway, moving on.
We'd have to evenly split it, and so it'd be like up to 53 or 54. Let's be honest.
That is true.
Imagine a state as big as our country.
I mean,
anyway,
our states are cut up so weird anyway. It wouldn't have been that crazy. California is like the size of 4 European countries put together.
It's true.
Anyway, next, moving on. Do we have anything else? I think we've.
The fact that we're talking about states now.
Yeah, I think we peaked with our theory.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the review rewind. We take a look at a positive review and a negative review, and we see where we fall. We're actually going to do it a little differently, because at the time, there really weren't a lot of movie reviewers where it kept up. So, Metacritic, 92, Rotten Tomatoes, 98, audience score, 889, 89, and IMDb, 8.1. So.
Wow, those are very high.
Yeah. So what I did was I was able to find a clipping. Do I still have it somewhere? Where is it? Desktop? Yeah. A clipping from a newspaper at the time, or close to the time, that actually gave kind of like a review. And so we're going to go through it. I can go ahead and read it, but
do you want me to do it since you read the
sure,
other thing?
Sure. Go for it.
Is that what I'm seeing here on the document?
Yes.
All right. So we have The Current Cinema. Is that the title of the thing? Okay. The Wizard of Hollywood fantasy is still Walt Disney's undisputed domain. Nobody else can tell a fairy tale with his clarity of imagination, his simple good taste, and his technical ingenuity. This was forcibly borne in on me as I sat cringing before MGM's Technicolor production of The Wizard of Oz, which displays no trace of imagination, good taste, or ingenuity. This person hated it.
I think they liked it.
I will rest my case against The Wizard of Oz on one line of dialogue. It occurs in a scene in which the Wicked Witch is trying to persuade Dorothy, the little girl from Kansas, to part with a pair of magic slippers. The Good Witch interrupts them, warning Dorothy not to give up the slippers, whereupon the Wicked Witch snarls, You keep out of this. Well, there it is. Whether you believe witches talk like that or you don't, I don't. Since the Wizard of Oz is full of stuff as bad as that, or worse, I say it's a stinkeroo.
I say it's a stinkeroo.
It's a stinkeroo. The vulgarity of which I was conscious all through the film is difficult to analyze. Part of it was the raw, eye-straining Technicolor. Wow. Applied with the complete lack of restraint. And the gags. Let me give you just one. Dorothy is telling the wizard about the fate of the Wicked Witch. She just melted away, Dorothy says. Liquidated. There's something missing there.
Hold on.
It's okay.
Liquidated. Where is it? Comes back. Liquidated. Oh, it's just
It's just Okay, liquidated. The wizard comes back quick as a flash. He's a card, that wizard. You ought to hear him ribbing the boys in Dave's blue room some morning. Bert Lahr as the Cowardly Lion is funny, but out of place. If Bert Lahr belongs in The Wizard of Oz, so does Mae West. This is nothing against Lahr or Miss West, both of whom I dearly love. I don't like the singer Munchkins under any circumstances, but I found them especially bothersome in Technicolor.
This person's racist.
I feel like this person is the same type of person that when movies went to talkies was like, I don't like talkies. I don't want to hear their voice. I just want to see their beautiful faces.
Yeah. This feels
it's a stinkeroo.
This feels like the same kind of person that when they illegalized smoking inside of restaurants, they were like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm gonna keep smoking. Yeah.
Wow.
This person hated it, and I don't know. So here's some things about it. Is The Wizard of Oz even then cringy? Yes.
Apparently.
But are the ideas of this person clearly wouldn't have been, but I hear the things about like the Technicolor and how bright or colorful it is and everything. It's like, okay, sit down, boomer. Like, calm down.
It was too colorful.
Yeah.
They put too many colors in there.
I do appreciate the idea of like Bert Lahr marking that like he's funny but out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get it.
Mm-hmm.
Mae West. Who was Mae West?
Look at this.
Who is Mae West?
Our classic actresses.
Is that Margaret Hamilton?
I'm No Angel. Going to Town. Bella of the 90s.
Oh, they're just picking a random person. Sorry.
Yeah, she was an actress, singer of the time.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seems kind of like a jerk. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. What?
Reading this reminded me of something. That was the one we got so distracted by our theory that
it was a good theory.
It's a good theory. I don't understand Dorothy's final line of what not her final line, but her like, what did you learn? And then she's like, it's if I'm trying, what is it? Oh,
she died,
job,
right?
Tristan. What?
She died.
She died. No, it's her, what she learned from the witch. She was talking about her heart's desire.
From
Here we go. If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard. Oh, okay. I missed some words when I heard it, and I was like, that didn't make any sense. It makes more sense now. If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard.
Okay.
Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. Maybe I'm still confused. I won't look further than my backyard.
Right.
Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it anyway.
Basically,
my brain hurts. If it's not in her backyard,
then she's not actually looking for her heart's desire.
then she's not lucky. She never.
So basically saying that, like, if she has an itch in her chest saying that her heart's desire is something outside of her home, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's saying.
Yeah. It's just the way that it was said. I was like, I don't even know what this flowery language means.
Right.
What is she trying to say? But yeah, no, that makes sense now that I've like read what it is.
But I can give something from the ending that made no sense to me, and I don't think reading the lines will fix it.
Uh-huh.
Why did Professor Marvel show up in the window going like, hey, where's that girl?
I heard the girl got hit in the head.
Hey, it's one, you were in the outskirts of Kansas somewhere with your broken ass trailer. What do you mean you heard? Who did you hear it from?
Now,
how did you find her house?
Has actual powers.
He doesn't. He followed her.
Maybe he has powers.
I don't.
He was just coming to return the picture. Think about it.
That makes less sense.
He stole the photo and he's like, "Oh, I got to get this back to her."
I felt so bad about stealing your photo.
And then he sees the other three guys that are like, "Oh, Dorothy's hurt," and so he pops over to the window and he says, "Oh, I heard that the little lady got hurt."
While they are going 5 miles around the corner to get into the house.
Uh-huh.
The fact that they all like went into the room is also weird to me. I don't know why. I haven't figured that one out. Because it wasn't like they it wasn't like one of the aunt or the uncle brought them in to be like, "Hey, she woke up. You want to come say hi?" They just showed up in the room.
Oh, they're like, "Oh, she's awake."
Anyway, I think we need to give this movie 2 different grades. One, I think we need to give it an honest, this is our general opinion about the movie.
Uh-huh.
And then 2, we have to kind of give it a grade of where it stands in the test of film history.
Yeah, this one,
because I think they're too. I think they're too
this old before.
Yeah, this is legitimately the oldest movie we've ever done. This is probably the most watched movie we've ever done. And now I would say it's the most controversial movie we've ever done. Because this movie sucks.
Yeah.
This movie sucks. It's such a bad movie.
I think
it is objectively a bad movie.
Yeah.
The story is not good. The acting is all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason hardly at all for anything anyone does. The whole thing is, and then it's also laced with some weird 1930s misogyny / like
just
kids
problematic
kids
stuff.
Don't have rights kind of thing. Like there's just that. It even seems like the Munchkins were not either this reviewer was very progressive and thought this was very unpleasant and unfair for them to treat these people like this, or they're a bigot and they hate little people.
No, this person says, I don't like them under any circumstances, but especially in color.
There you go. I think that's legitimately the most bigoted thing we've ever read.
Yeah. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah. I was trying to give I was given an extreme. And then the other extreme is they're a bigot. Either way, it was not a good idea to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's out of like a human progressive rights view, or even if it was like a bigoted view. Both do not like this. And then also just kind of like the making of the movie. In a lot of ways, if I'm not mistaken, this was the start of a lot of Judy Garland's struggles. Mm-hmm. And the production was really hard on all the actors, and a lot of weird things happened, whether they were true or not. There's still like a lot of weird
stories
with it. And so you put all of that together. I'm giving this movie like a D-. And the only reason I give it some credit, not all of it, the Munchkin music is terrible. The other songs, though, are really good.
Yeah.
The music can be really, really good.
I think that's the charm that I was talking about before. Is like their songs are like still, except for
the Munchkin
Land.
Although
I do love the 3 Lollipop Guild guys who talk like Popeye.
Lollipop. Yeah. One of the kids, when we were watching it, was like, "She got a lollipop." Like it's the Lollipop Guild, so it's their job. Yeah. There are a lot of the that is such an iconic theme.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere, you know what's funny? Somewhere Over the Rainbow kind of lost its charm. Judy's performance is fantastic.
Yeah.
It just feels odd.
Is it because it's been overdone?
Maybe. But it also feels as though it is too serious of a song for this movie. Because the story that she is telling in that song is not the story that then comes out in this movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you just, I don't know if you could hear me typing or not. But I just wanted to get the lyrics real quick. So somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere above.
It's a song that her mama sang to her, and her mama is Glinda, and her mama abandoned her.
Yes. Anyway, we're so dumb. There's a land that I heard once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. The dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. So I feel as though when they were writing the lyrics, the idea of we're going to start this movie in sepia, because it wasn't black and white.
No.
And then we're going to put color in it, and it's going to sound great. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why? Oh, why can't I? That's the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes version. And with that being said,
You sounded like Miss Piggy when you did that.
That is Miss Piggy. We should watch a Muppet movie, but
okay, sorry.
Miss Piggy is one of my favorite impressions to do because I love Frank Oz. Anyway, this just doesn't feel the world she goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I think the pushback to that critique would be, well, she has to learn that place on the other side is not what she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But then she should go to a place where it looks like this.
Right.
And it doesn't. Not a single goddamn time through the whole movie do her problems melt away like lemon drops. Like, there's away above the chimney, there's plenty of chimney tops. She almost burns alive. Like, what? There's just so much of this song that just doesn't happen. And then what I think is obnoxious is this song is serious and really has a moment, and it really features Judy Garland and is a beautiful song in it of itself, but it doesn't fit in the movie when all the other songs fit really well in the movie.
Mm-hmm. And all the other ones are really short. They're just kind of like little snippets to get us to the next thing. This one is like, hey, we have Judy Garland. She's going to sing this song, and it's going to be like at the forefront.
Right.
And it's longer. It feels kind of, it's like you said, too serious. And I think you're right. If going to the Emerald City, she experienced more of like, everything's great here. And then they draw attention to the fact that not everything is great here.
Which might be what the book is.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but the problem is she never has a moment where the Oz, the county of Oz, because they say that Munchkin Land is in the county of Oz.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize they had such municipalities in Oz. Is just attacking her with trauma the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it is super weird too, because her aunt and uncle aren't represented. In fact, she knows she has to go back to them and can see them in the crystal ball and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But the people who make her happy and like bring brevity bring levity. Yeah.
Yeah.
To her situation are the three farmhands. And I'm like, so what are you trying to say in that? What's the message? This doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even in its own world building, it doesn't make any sense. You would assume that Scarecrow, whoever, whatever, would have had a connection to her other side, or no connection. If they would have skipped out on the beginning and ending of the movie and just had it like this girl has some trauma and then goes in and it's totally different actors for each character, there's no connection.
Mm-hmm.
The movie may have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But because they create this intertwining between the real world and her dream, you have to draw parallels. But when you try to draw the parallels, it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the biggest failings of the movie. And I can't, in my own conscience of watching movies, go, yeah, but it's quaint, you know?
Yeah.
And so give me your, like, you watch this, do not, like, put aside your history in films and your history in even this podcast, just you as Tristan who watched this movie, like, what grade do you give it?
Right. You're asking me to do the thing that I sometimes accidentally do.
Right.
Now I have to do it on purpose.
I'm a real douche.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I've been trying real hard not to do this. I felt when you said D-, I was like, oh, that's rough. But yeah, I think I'm still in the D range. I just might be a middle D and not. What am I? What, I don't know. Even, I think it's a solid. Nope. I think it's a nice middle of the road D.
That's what they called me in high school. Yeah. Okay. So we're giving it a grade of D-, somewhere in there. It is not a great movie. There is charm that just gives it so that it's not a complete failing, but as a story, all of that stuff, not great. But now we have to go, okay, but it is a movie from 1939 at the turn of technology where previously the biggest movie to come out that had color in it was Snow White.
Right.
I think that was first Fist. No. I know Snow White was one of the
color
okay
in film history: the world, the flesh, and the devil. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh no, come on, guys. Now that's semantics. Yes, that is legitimately, but like movie theaters.
Yeah. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937 was the first animated color film.
Okay. So colored films had just come out in popularity for a year or two. Not terribly long. And so we're looking at a world that was really advanced. Film was advanced by this movie.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen pictures of the camera rig that they had to use for this. If I'm remembering which one it is correctly, it was essentially 3 different cameras that filmed in 3 different colors. So if you know color theory.
No. Really?
You know how color works. Yeah. If you know how color works, it's like in print color, you have CMYK. If you have RGB, depending on what we're working with here. So they have one that was filming in, I think it was the red, blue, green colors. And each camera was filming those separately. And then they had to merge those films together to get the full color.
Oh, okay.
Of what was happening.
Here you go. This is fantastic. So, in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy journeys to Kansas. Oz symbolizes by a shift from black to white to Technicolor. This camera was one of several used in the film The Oz Scenes. Invented in 1932, the Technicolor camera recorded on 3 separate negative, red, blue, and green, which were then combined to develop a full-color positive print. The box encasing the camera, a blimp, muffled the machine's sound during filming. Oh my gosh, it must have been so loud.
It would have been loud. It was huge.
It looks
there's
giant.
a picture of it. Like there's this whole dolly system.
So I can kind of explain it a little bit. So the dolly system, I would say the wheels are probably 6 to 8 inches, so they're pretty sturdy big wheels. Then there's a whole cart. It's probably about 4 feet or so. Now here's the hard part. the apparatus that's holding it, so the lens looks like it's about 4 feet in the air. The whole camera, the box that the camera is in, is at least half the size of the cart. So it is giant. It's probably like almost 3 feet. I don't think it's a square. I think it's a little bit of a rectangle. So it's about 3 feet and a little under 3 feet, maybe 2 feet. Giant cube. Man, that's wild. Wild to think that that's what they filmed it all. But also ingenious because it was, I don't know the history on it. Someone could correct me on it, but you know, they did lip syncing. So they had a record playing all their audio. So they pre-recorded all the audio and then they were lip syncing to it, the musical audio, which allowed them to do like a lot of stuff that maybe they couldn't have done otherwise. But, you know, the sound mixing was actually really good. All things considered, it was really good.
Yeah.
So, you know,
from a technical perspective, this movie is
an
extremely
A+.
impressive.
Yeah. This is where I have to, you know, oh God. I just randomly read this. For the horse of a different colors, they use Jello powder on a white horse. And then this is what caught my attention. Asbestos was used to achieve some of the special effects, such as the witch's burning broomstick and the fake snow that covers Dorothy. Oh God, as she sleeps in the field of poppies. They were just throwing asbestos onto Judy. Oh my God. That's terrible.
Hey,
anyway.
Fun thing. If they used Jello on the horse, that means they were putting horse powder on a horse. Yay.
The horse with the Jello.
They colored a horse with dead horse. Moving on.
Yummy. So I would say we'd have to stop and look at the history of it my kids enjoyed it. So debatably, it's a must-see. And I think if you put yourself in the position of someone watching it for the first time in 1939 or in the 40s, it's crazy. It's amazing. When you look at what they were able to accomplish, that's amazing. 100%. It's amazing. Credit where credit is due. The production side of it, except for the bad things they did, is kind of an A. Like, it is part of history, and you should definitely watch it for the continuity of film history.
Yeah.
But as a picture itself, sucks. Yeah. Would you agree?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by on our journey of looking at pictures on IMDb of these things. There's one that's near the top that is Dorothy in Munchkin Land, but like her dress is red for some reason.
I think that's a test. It's test footage.
Oh, of like.
Yeah, because one of the things I'm noticing in the photos is they have a lot of test footage. So, Margaret, the actor who played the Wicked Witch of the West, there's a lot of photos of her like rehearsing and stuff where she doesn't have the green makeup on.
The makeup on. Yeah. Anyway, Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
And the only reason I know that is because I saw something about making black and white films and how their lipstick would actually be green because how the film would be. So if she had the green makeup with the black and white films, her face would just be dark.
Yeah.
It would look even more inappropriate than some of the other stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of test photos.
So where do we land from a critical perspective on this movie? Okay, because you mentioned like
I feel like critically it sucks, but it has a,
I think from like we were saying, from the production side of it, from the how impressive it is, the impressive feat that this movie is, I think that bumps up really high on that side. When you
I would put it in like a B with the production side of it. The points that it's getting on all this other stuff of like Rotten Tomatoes and all that of 90 something percent, 98, 89, 92. I feel like this 8.1, that feels right. IMDb 8.1, as far as putting it within that critical lens. If I was going into my opinion, here's the thing about it. When I watched this movie as a kid, I thought it was great. I did not analyze it in any way, shape, or form. And for a long time, I think I would list Wizard of Oz as one of my top 10 movies of all time. I would absolutely not do that now. It's not even on my top 100.
Yeah.
I think it can go on a list of being a must-see to understand where movies were at that time. But it faltered. We watched 12 Angry Men. That was a good movie.
And
that was a really good movie, and it's still a really good movie. This was really ambitious in the production side of it and really, really, really ignored the story part of it.
Yeah. And
that, to its detriment, has made it kind of a bad movie.
And
I think that's the best way to put it for me.
Yeah, I think I agree. When we were first going into it, I was like, this feels like a B with the like. There's the really great things, and then there's the things that are like not a good movie. So I think that B range is right.
Yeah, I think we tried our best. I watched this movie. I really went into watching this movie with just a lot of hope, just a whole lot of hope, and it just didn't do it. It just couldn't. It couldn't do it. Almost within the first 3 or 4 minutes, I was like, "What the crap is this? Like, this is so bad." And so, we got to kind of accept our fate and realize that it's garbage. And so, instead of the normal, I'm going to leave us with Me First and the Gimme Gimmes really loud. And we thank you for listening. We thank you so much for listening. And Tristan, thanks for going on this journey with me. I'm sorry it sucked. And listeners, remember to review those rewinds. We'll see you next time.